Welcome back to the Trading Coach Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about prop firms and ask the question, are they giving you the right amount of support to actually succeed as a trader? I'm also going to tell you a little bit about my story of kind of free labor and internship type duties that allowed me to get on the path to where I'm at today. Now, before we get started, I want to do a little bit of shameless promotion because I don't do it enough. If you're interested in learning how to trade, if you're looking for a great community of traders to work with, look no further than our website, www.tier1trading.com. Don't take my word for it. Try the 14-day risk-free trial membership. Get on the platform for 14 days, take some courses, join some live sessions, talk to our trading community, and see if it's the right fit for you before making any type of commitment. That's www.tier1trading.com. Now let's hop in. Alex says, have you ever tried trading for a firm or a fund? No. When I first started trading, I was thinking about trying out for S&B Capital. This is before I even thought about coaching or anything like that. I was going to try out for or apply to S&B Capital and see if I can become a trader on their floor. I had known about them. This is before I knew about Mike Bellafiore, before I knew Mike Bellafiore, if I knew about him. I remember watching a video or a series called Wall Street Warriors. There's a whole bunch of old series I love. Wall Street Warriors is one of them. And in Wall Street Warriors, he was his firm, S&B Capital, was featured, or rather, there was a trader that was being followed. So Wall Street Warriors pretty much followed like different types of traders. And there's one girl that applied for S&B Capital. She got hired and, was kind of following around and she didn't end up making it. But it kind of showed like the inside of a prop firm. And I really enjoyed it because, picture me, young trader, I'm doing this. I was with, I had my trading, I didn't have a community. So I was getting taught how to trade. But back then with Trade Empowered, we didn't, or I guess it was called, before that, it was called Triple Threat Trading. We didn't have a community at all. It was just like, you spoke to the coach and that was about it. I ended up having an accountability partner just from, people that I would be in the live rooms with, but it was no like community chat or anything like that. So it was a very lonely experience. And when I saw the documentary and she's like on this trading floor and everyone's got their computers and they're talking to each other and she's assigned like a senior trader that looks over her shoulder and helps her out, and they have end of the day meetings where they discuss ideas and you bring your idea up on a big screen and they tell you the good, the bad, and like it was, it's something that I wanted. I human nature is that we want to be involved in communities, involved in tribes. And I wanted that in my trading as well. In fact, I spoke to a trader last night, one of our tier 1 traders, who was like talking about how he's going through the backtesting journey. It's so lonely and boring. And I'm like, hey, like get involved in the chat here. Like, this is why we have it. Like, you're here on the platform, like use it. Like if you're lonely, use it. There's a bunch of traders out. You can talk about trading, not about trading. But I wanted to do that. The problem was, this is before there was any like online thing. I would have had to move to Manhattan. And that didn't fit with the other elements of my life, So what I wanted to do here with coaching track, with my family and whatnot, I just had no intentions or no desire, I should say, to move to New York or commute there on a regular basis. So that kind of crushed that idea. But that did cross my mind because when I first got good at trading, I didn't have enough money to actually live off of trading. So I needed to use that skill to generate money. And that's before I ended up getting into money management, which was good and made me a lot of money, but I did not like it. But that was the alternative that I used instead. But yeah, if I wasn't teaching, I would love doing something like that. Obviously doing that would take away from the teaching aspect. I find massive amount of fulfillment in the teaching. I can say that I love the teaching more than the trading right now. Not that I don't like trading, but it's just become monotonous and boring. In a good way, that means you're trading well if it's monotonous and boring, but it doesn't bring the same excitement that it did when I first got started. But with you guys, it's kind of an adventure every day, which kind of I get excited about waking up and be like, oh, what's this email going to say? How can I help someone like that? As far as like online prop firms, I was already successful for any of that stuff kind of came to light. So I never had any temptation or anything to do that. If they were around at that beginning part of my trading career, then that is absolutely the route I would have taken. Because it would have given me the ability to use my skill to make money by using other people's money. It wouldn't give me the community and the comfort and all that stuff, but I wouldn't have to relocate. So, and that would have been a much better option than like cold calling people, asking them to like give me $100,000 so I could make the money with no like track record or experience. That was horrible. So I definitely, if online prop firms were around back then, I certainly would have taken that route, assuming they were legit and not scammy and all that fun stuff. Why those big firms from the office and not letting you sit at home? Well, back then, online trading wasn't really it was rather new, right? It was rather new. It wasn't as kind of generally accepted as it was today. And again, this is going back like almost not 20 years ago. This is going back to your 2009, 2010, 15 years ago. So it just wasn't a thing. The other element is this too. You're not going to be as good of a trader online as you would in person. And that's just the way it is, right? When you're in person in a group, there's a different type of connection that you have. There's a different type of relationship that you build. There is stuff, like I said, where your first year or so on the firm, right? You are a junior trader. You're a trader in training. You're not trusted with a lot of money. There's a senior trader that is pretty much your mentor. And that senior trader is looking over your shoulder. They're watching you trade. If you have questions about something, you're like, hey, Alex, can you look at this real quick? I'm thinking about shorting this. And they come over and they, hey, explain to me, why are you looking to do this? Why are you looking to get involved there? What's your exit plan? What's your strategy? Right? It is literally, I did this for a little bit. It's literally like, in a sense, one-on-one training with someone looking over your shoulder. And I think you guys would all agree, if I gave you guys the option, right? If you're working with me and Jason, and I gave you the option of doing it online, which we do here, which is great, but if the other option was like, I come to your house and sit with you for whatever hours a day and actually look over your shoulder, which do you think you'll have better performance with? Probably the mentor looking over your shoulder, right? And then not to mention that, not only do you have that mentorship looking over your shoulder, but at the end of the day, imagine that we all meet up, like all the different traders and all the different mentors, we meet up for like a film study session where it's like, hey, 5 o'clock, we're going to meet in this room and review everything. It's much more efficient that way. And it allows us to keep eyes on you as well. Because again, when you're trading our money, please believe I want to keep eyes on you. So there are ways to do it online now. When we were thinking about making one, we were just going to have all you guys on the same platform, and then we can see exactly kind of what you're looking at, kind of what you're taking and whatnot. But it just wasn't, online wasn't as big of a thing back then. But even to this day, it's just not as, if you're running a legit business, it's not as an efficient way to do it. Because here's the thing with the online prop firms versus the brick and mortars. The brick and mortar ones are actually investing in you. The online prop firms aren't investing in you at all. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. They don't care about you. I don't know how many of you guys have had experience with that. I know a few of you in here have, but they don't care about you. Do you think they care about you? Do you think they're looking at you as an asset to their business? Like, no, right? You are someone that paid a fee that they made their money off of already. If you're bad, then you're just done, and you'll probably pay another fee to try again, and they'll make more money from you. If you're good, you'll help make the firm money. But it's all a numbers game. It's how can I churn as many people in and out of these trading challenges as possible, right? You guys understand that's the business, right? That's the business of these online trading firms. It's not to help you become a great trader. It's a money churning machine, right? I've gotten so many emails, and I still get it on a regular basis, right? I get so many emails from these online prop firms that ask if tier one trading, if we can like personally recommend them. And you guys know I like staying away from that stuff. I don't like recommending brokers and all that fun stuff, right? But I would recommend an online prop firm if I thought I valued it. And the question that I always ask them, I respond. I said, hey, can you explain to me your values, your mission as a company, and how you assist the trader in fulfilling their dreams? Because my goal, my mission is to help people become independent, consistently profitable traders. And I understand that doesn't come by just like throwing you out there on your own. So it's basically, how are you going to support the trader? How are you going to help the trader grow? All of, again, the community and supportive stuff that we do here at Tier 1 Trading. And I've never gotten a response. Not from one. Not from one. And I will fully give them my endorsement if I feel and trust that they're doing what's in the best interest of the trader. But I have not once gotten a response. This is going on probably multiple emails every single week for years. And the answer is they don't care. And I'm not judging them, right? Their business is to make money, right? Our business is to help traders. Their business is to make money. I'm not judging at all. I'm not saying it's a negative thing. That is their business model, right? And I don't hate on anyone's business model, but it's much more difficult to grow and become a good trader there versus a brick and mortar prop firm, because they're investing in you. They fully know that you're probably going to be trash your first year. They know that, but they're making an investment saying that, hey, you show the skills, you show the personality, you have the it that I believe you have the makeup to one day become a great trader. And we're going to take you under our wing. We're going to work with you. We're going to help you develop just like a young professional athlete. And then as you get good, you're going to help the company out. Right? It's no different than, again, professional athlete, a young 16-year-old playing professional sports and say, hey, you're not ready to go pro yet, like big time, first team yet. But we're going to bring you into our program. We're going to teach you. And 2 years from now, you may be the next big thing. And that's the mission that they have. And that's also something they struggle with. That's one of the reasons in the past they've reached out. We have tried to do partnerships where it's like, hey, we do a good job at training traders. Is there any type of kind of branch program that we can train you here and send you right over to SMB? Now, there's all types of legal things with that because they have to follow a certain legal code because they're a prop firm and they're registered. We don't. We can do whatever the hell we want. So in order to kind of fit with their legal code, we would have to change the way we teach things and do it like, quote unquote, by the handbook, which in my opinion, a lot of the handbook is complete BS. But that's another thing. So that's why that has never blossomed, because we refuse to kind of redo everything in a way that they want us, not they as S&P, but like the governing bodies want us to do it versus the way that we believe is most appropriate for the trader. But that's something they struggle with. They and I don't know the numbers, but I would guess only a handful of traders that they work with actually make it. So they may get 10 traders that come into the program, and maybe only one make it after that year. Maybe 5 quit, maybe 4 are like, meh, get fired. Maybe one only makes it. You know, I don't know those numbers, but they're trying to identify talent and then work with that talent to help them improve. And well, why is that beneficial for the company? Well, it's beneficial because if they get a good trader on their desk, that good trader is going to make them more money. That's a win for them. And before you know it, the year they took investing in that trader, that'll be paid for in no time as they continue to churn out 6-figure returns on a regular basis. So it's a little bit of a different game. Alex says that's exactly something I'm thinking, an internship within a firm. But how do you do it? You reach out to them. You reach out. Now I don't know if they're going to give an internship, but you have to apply to be a trader. You have to go through their application process. I don't know the details of what they look for. We've had a few traders on our platform apply to them. I don't think they've made it because they haven't told me that they did. But I don't know the details of what exactly they look for, what exactly it takes to pass the application process. You can get a good idea. Read the book. Which one was it? One Good Trade. It'll take you behind the scenes of like the interview process and the skills of what a trader needs. If you're coming through tier 1, you're going to have the skills that are required, meaning that you're going to be thinking about trading the right way. Systematic, trading psychology, if then thought process, stuff like that. You're not just going into the interview like, yeah, man, I just, sometimes I take it because I take it. Well, how do I know if I take it? I just know. I feel it in my bones, right? And dismissed. You're going to have the right approach building a systematic strategy, but I don't know the details of what they look for. What if they require a track record, if it has to be a live trading track record demo. That's something that you'd have to ask and or research. But yeah, apply. Just reach out. Like, hey, I'm interested in an internship with your prop firm. I will take the trash out. I just want to be around it. I will shred papers for you. I will, polish shoes. I will clean keyboards. I'll walk around with tissues when someone needs to blow their nose. Like, if you want in, get in by any means. And then once you're in, prove yourself. And you'll get a chance. At least that's my belief in anything. If you prove yourself, someone will give you a chance. I told you guys my story when I first got into investments. I just sat in an office all day for like a full summer. I sat in the office and did like little errands and just listened to all the conversation. I just wanted to be in there. I told my mentor, I said, hey, just let me be involved. I just want to sit in the office when you have phone calls. I just want to sit in the office when you have meetings. Like, I'll run to the store, I'll get stuff for you. I'll grab. He had a thing where he would each Friday he'd buy donuts and give them to like kids of kids in inner city schools that didn't really have didn't get a chance to get breakfast. So I'd go grab donuts for them and give them out to kids, stuff like that. Like, I'll pay whatever dues you want. I just want to be a fly on the wall. And I was a fly on the wall, and I learned so much that summer. And then just my pure dedication that he saw from me showing up every day, not getting paid, just being a fly on the wall, eventually he gave me a chance. And by a chance, I mean he started kind of teaching me the skills. He said, hey, you've proven yourself. Let me give you some tips. Hope you enjoyed the show. Rate and review before you go. The support has been amazing. And remember, www.tier1trading.com. You want to learn how to trade. You want to be behind the curtains with what we do on a regular basis, hopping into live rooms, taking some training lessons, talking to a great community of traders. Get over to the website right now and check it out. 14 days risk-free, no sneaky auto bill or anything like that. After 14 days is done, your membership is closed, canceled, you're kicked out, however you want to call it. All right, until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.